Hi, everybody. It's spring of 2023, and welcome to Environmental Organic Chemistry / Environmental Applications of Organic Chemistry. We had to give it that name because the chemistry department wouldn't let us call it environmental chemistry. I'm Dr. Lisa Rodenberg. I will be your instructor. So this is a cross-listed class. There's the undergraduate version, which will be taught live in person in room 334 of the ENR building. That's 14 College Farm Road. So up on the third floor in what we used to call the library or the reading room, I will be up there. And so that's the undergraduate version, Tuesdays and Fridays from 10:20 to 11:40 a.m. So that's live in person. And then the graduate section is totally asynchronous and online. And that is so that people who work full-time can complete the class without having to interrupt their work schedule at all. But if you're a graduate student who's enrolled in the graduate section, you're welcome to come to the lectures live in person. Absolutely, as long as there's enough space in the classroom, which I think that there is, you're welcome to come. And I hope that you will come and hear me talk, live. Come meet me. Oh, by the way, I got my hair dyed yesterday, and let's just say mistakes were made. If you're wondering what the hell is going on. Okay, I'm looking at my list of things to discuss. Okay, so the class, we do have a textbook, but it's provided on the Canvas website. So there's nothing for you to buy. You don't have to buy the textbook. I don't think it's fair to make you spend $300 on a textbook that, let's face it, you're never going to read, because I know you don't read it, even though you should. I know you're not going to. Okay, so the textbook's online. Then there will be homework. Then there will be a midterm and a final and maybe a quiz or two. We'll see. I kind of surf that, see how things are going, and decide whether to do the second quiz. So the homework will be due every week. Because we have class on Tuesday, my plan is hopefully you try the homework over the weekend. And then if you're having trouble with it, you come to class on Tuesday and I will help you. And then the homework will be due Tuesday night. Realistically, as long as it's into me by Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. when I log on and start doing stuff, I won't count it late. But I have to make homework due every week, and I have to charge you late points to force you to keep up with the pace of the class, because otherwise you just fall further and further behind. So you do need to turn it in on time every week, or I will start charging late points. So there's homework due every week. There's a midterm and a final and potentially a quiz or two. And then graduate students, only the graduate students have to do a final project. And your final project will be to write a research proposal based on something that you've learned in the class. So we'll talk about that much, much more as the class goes by. There's a whole module on Canvas that explains what you have to do for your project. Now, I encourage you guys to work together as teams in this class. In the past, students have done like a GroupMe page or a, what do you call it, Slack or Discord or whatever. I don't know. I'm old. I don't do that stuff. But I encourage you to do that. I encourage you guys to work together. I don't think that there's a class right after ours in 334, so you can stay after class and just work together. You can do whatever you want. Because the homework and the midterm and the final are individualized, which means that you get basically the same question, but you have to solve the question. Each of you will have a different chemical, and you'll have to solve the equation, solve the problem for a different chemical, which makes it not impossible, but a lot harder for you to cheat. So for that reason, I by all means, work together. No problems there. I encourage you to do that. I am going to have I'm going to try to have office hours on Zoom this semester, but I am on the search committee and we are searching for 2 new faculty members for our department. So that means we're going to be bringing like 7 or 8 different people in to interview, and all those interviews are usually 2 days, and they involve giving seminars and presentations and then taking the people to lunch and talking with them. And it's a long, involved process. And so I'm anticipating that may seriously put a crimp in my ability to have office hours, but I'm going to do my best. So I will post more information about when and where the office hours will always be here on Zoom, but I'll post more information about exactly when on Canvas as the semester goes on. It may have to be sort of, this week it's Monday and next week it's Wednesday and just all over the place. But I will be on campus Tuesdays and Fridays to teach the class. So that's catching me right after class is probably a pretty good time to talk to me. Yes. So the other thing I want to say about office hours is that I last spring semester of 2022, we all were like, yay, the pandemic's over and everything's going to be fine. We're all going to go back to normal. And then that just didn't happen, right? And last spring semester was frankly terrible. The students did really bad, and it wasn't just me. All of the professors noticed that there was just across the board, the wheels came off and things just didn't go well. So I'm really hoping that this spring is going to be better, and that whatever was going on last year was just adapting to life post-pandemic, and things are really back to normal now. But realistically, you need to think about how you're going to organize your life around this class, especially for people who are taking it online and plan to not be on campus. You need to really think about how you're going to organize your study time. And I'm telling you, you have to plan to come talk to me. You cannot assume that you're going to get through the class without ever speaking to me. That's just not realistic. Okay, it's not. And that's true for the people who are coming to class, and it's also true for the people who are doing it all remotely. You need to plan to come speak to me. Okay, if you can get through the class without ever having any contact with me, then that's great. That's fantastic. But I think it's unrealistic for the vast majority of you. So you are going to have to come ask me questions. That's part of my job as your professor, and it's part of your job as a student, just to ask good questions. So be prepared and work into your time schedule time to come talk to me. And if you work full time, or for whatever reason you can't do the office hours whenever I'm able to have office hours, just let me know and I can arrange to meet with you. Usually a good time is around 7 p.m. because that's after I've eaten dinner, but before the puck drops for my hockey games, because I'm a hockey fan. But I'll arrange to meet with you. So I've had students who always wanted to meet with me at lunchtime because they work full time, but they could take some time at lunch. I'll work it out with you. I'll meet with you on Zoom whenever works for you. So just let me know and we'll work it out. And then another thing I wanted to tell you is, as you go through the videos for this class, so because all of the lectures for this class are online, they're all hosted on YouTube. One of the great things about YouTube, and one of the reasons I chose to host the videos there, is that you can turn on the closed captioning. And I'm not saying it's accurate all the time, especially for big chemical terms, but it's roughly correct. So you can turn on the closed captioning, and that can help you understand what I'm talking about. You can pause and rewind, and you can even run it at half speed if you want to do that, if it helps you to understand what's going on. And so because all the lectures are provided on YouTube, most of what we're going to do in class is going to be like solving problems and, practical stuff, not just me going blah, 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 because who needs that? But the online videos are a little bit Frankensteinish. The first few were created before the pandemic, when I was working on turning this into an online class anyway. And so they have these great production values and they're beautiful. And then the pandemic hits and things get really ugly. And yeah, it's little nuts. So there's varying quality among the videos. And so if you find any videos that you think either just you can't understand what I'm saying because the audio quality is bad, or if you just think this sucks, I don't understand it, she tried to explain it to me in this video and I just didn't get it, let me know and I can record new videos. I will do that. And then the last thing I'll say is, I mentioned that last spring semester, the last time I taught this class, it was pretty tough. And I thought that everything was fine. I thought, oh, the pandemic's over and now we're back to normal, but that was not true. And I am recognizing that there are these sort of lingering after effects. And so I just want you to know that, I'm here for you. If you're having a tough semester, if there's something going on, if for some reason you can't turn in the homework on time or you're having trouble, you just let me know and I will work it out with you. I'm very flexible. I will find a way to work it out with you. Okay. But you need to keep in touch with me and let me know what's going on, or else I can't help you. So I hope that we're all going to have a great semester together. And I look forward to seeing you in person, most of you, very soon.